Hi, my name is Carrie. I'm 18 years old. What makes me special? Maybe the fact that I met Spider-Man? Oh, don't tell me he doesn't exist. I wouldn't have believed it myself. Let me tell you everything in order. I live in a nice apartment in a prestigious area. No, I'm not a gold digger. It's just my dad's apartment. He runs a rental business, so he has a lot of them. One day, I was getting out of the shower as usual, singing a song that was stuck in my head. When I passed the window, I thought I heard someone knocking on the glass. I shrugged it off. That was impossible. I live on the 15th floor. But the knocking continued. I got goosebumps. I slowly turned around, and I realized that there really was someone there. I opened the window and looked around. Nobody. But did someone leave a note on my window? I took it off and read it. What it said confused me even more. I realized that this was a reference to Spider-Man, but was this some kind of a hoax? The more I thought about the situation, the weirder it seemed. Did that mean that someone had been spying on me through the window when I got out of the shower? I had to deal with them. I had plans for the evening, but curiosity got the better of me and I decided to cancel them. I waited. Don't look at me like that. Yes, I was prepared for the encounter. I had no idea what to expect. Least of all a superhero, but he came. I couldn't believe my eyes. He came down on his web and started doing tricks. He was flying on his web as if he wasn't 15 stories high. I think I was more worried for the guy than he was. I didn't even realize that I had my face pressed against the window. I just couldn't look away. He looked right at me and clearly wanted me to open the window. I knew that it was risky, but it's not every day that a superhero knocks on your window. I decided that it could be an adventure, so I opened it. At the time, I didn't know what this decision would ultimately lead to.
Hello, neighbor. I see that you are not a damsel in distress.
Oh, you're talking about the bat. What did you expect, spying on me like that? Heroes don't do that.
I had to get your attention somehow. I didn't peep, I swear.
He was so charming that I forgot about everything in the world. He asked a lot about me, what I do, what I love. Nobody had ever been so interested in me, but he didn't even tell me his name. After all, superheroes never reveal their identities. I was intrigued. I really wanted to know who was behind the mask, and it looked like I was getting the opportunity.
I could take off the mask, if only...
What do I need to do?
Will you open the window for me tomorrow?
He asked me out on a date. It was like I was in a superhero movie, and I couldn't wait to find out what would happen next. I spent the whole day getting ready. I decided to cook dinner. On the way home from the store, I noticed an announcement. Our building had a new team of window washers. I also thought it would be funny if they ran into Spidey. As soon as it got dark, I opened the window and waited for him. He came down again on the web upside down, just like in the movie. I remembered that famous kiss scene, and I figured, why not? He had promised to take off the mask. I would just help him out a little. Oh, it was incredibly romantic. After our kiss, I invited him in, and he agreed. I had forgotten about dinner, fully getting into the role of the superhero's girlfriend. Now will you take the mask off for me?
Yes, but you have to turn off the light. I cannot reveal my identity.
Well, of course, with great power comes great responsibility. I didn't want to spoil the superhero image, so I turned off the light, and our date continued. If only I had known how it all would end. In the morning, I woke up from being cold. Spidey was gone, and the window was open. I was upset because I thought I'd catch him in the morning without his mask. Besides, I didn't know if I'd see him again. But then I looked at my watch and realized that I was late. I quickly packed up and ran out of the bedroom. I had to go. Then the doorbell rang.
Hello, ma'am. A number of robberies have occurred in your building. Are you missing anything?
Nope. Everything's fine. I had a date last night, so...
Ma'am, are you sure?
I didn't understand what he was hinting at. I had been home the whole time, and not even alone. If I had been robbed, I definitely would have noticed. But the policeman looked around my living room with a curious look on his face, and I started to doubt that everything was okay. I turned around, and I was shocked by what I saw. How could this have happened? All of my valuables were gone. It was like a hurricane had torn through my apartment. The robbers even took the jewelry that I had on yesterday. I usually sleep hard, sure, but why didn't Spidey wake up from the commotion? Maybe that's why he ran away early in the morning? He saw the mayhem and thought that I would accuse him of theft. Wait, I remembered that announcement. I left the window open all night, and our building had a new team of window cleaners. It was probably them. It all made sense. They were coming down from the roof on a platform and taking advantage of the fact that people didn't close their windows. It's because of people like that that we need a hero like Spidey.
Yes, ma'am, we think so too. A couple of days ago, a new window cleaner started working for you. Your neighbors mentioned a guy dressed like Spider-Man who was playing with their children.
I was speechless. I was sure that I was the only one who had met a superhero, but it turned out that he had had time to meet the other neighbors. He had convinced each of them to leave their windows open at night and then came into their apartments and took their valuables. No one had seen him without a mask. Everyone just remembered the Spider-Man costume. He was never caught. The guy turned out to be quite secretive and clever. I couldn't believe that I had been deceived like that. Dad was furious, of course. He lectured me for a long time about the jewelry and all sorts of little things that he had given me. Oh, I should have believed J. John James! As you can see, I really did meet a superhero, but it wasn't as cool as in the movies. My advice to you, if someone knocks on your window, just don't open it. Thank you for listening to my story.
Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm 19 years old, and I spent a whole 10 hours alone with a beautiful girl. In a broken elevator. It was enough time to overcome our insecurities and show each other our best side. But everything went wrong. It happened on Christmas Eve. I hopped into the elevator and saw that my riding companion on a trip to the 6th floor was a very pretty girl. I took a deeper breath to better smell the scent of her perfume as the elevator jolted and froze. I was confused, wondering what had happened as she was already trying to report the problem to the elevator service. Strange, no one's answering. I'm Dina, she said, smiling. And I'm Charlie. She looked at me questioningly, expecting me to say something else. But absolutely nothing crossed my mind. Time passed and I continued to be silent, trying to look completely at ease as if I were not embarrassed by the awkward silence. I really wanted to get to know her better. When would I ever get another chance like this? I just couldn't figure out where to start. She spoke first. This is taking a long time. I hope we'll be out in time for the holiday. I heard that someone once spent 42 hours in a broken elevator. I fell silent when I saw her looking at me with frightened eyes. What was I doing? I'm a complete moron! An hour passed. After 2, we were sitting on the floor with backs propped against the not-so-clean elevator walls. After 4 hours, we were rummaging through all of our belongings in search of at least some kind of food. After 5 hours, we split a piece of candy that Dina found in her bag. After 6 hours, we felt like we had known each other for about 100 years. At this very cool moment of our imprisonment, I suddenly realized that more than anything, even more than Dina, I wanted only one thing. I urgently needed a toilet. Dina noticed that something was wrong with me. I didn't want to talk, but I couldn't hold it anymore. She quickly pulled an empty water bottle out of her bag. Here you go. Do it. I shook my head. I couldn't do it in front of her. Yes, come on. There will only be a real problem if I have to go. A bottle's not going to save me. Take it, and I will turn away. I tried, but nothing worked. It seemed like it was already up to my ears, but I could not squeeze a single drop out of me. You will hear! I can't! Dina put on her headphones, but that didn't work either. Then she turned on some loud music on her phone so that I would be distracted. So, standing in the far corner of the elevator with my back to Dina, while a relaxing Sting song was playing, I finally did it! I put the lid on the bottle and bashfully put it behind my backpack. I was about to thank her when the elevator started moving again. The doors opened and we were released. We were almost gone when we heard a loud scream from the technician. "Guys, you forgot your lemonade!" I had to go back for that damn bottle. I never got Dina's number. It was somehow a little awkward after that. So that's when we parted ways. Thank you for listening to my story.